are back. We are back for championship week on this football Thursday. Or breaking the huddle. It is bowl season. It is championship week in college football. This is exciting times for all these teams. We get to find out what bowl games that all of our favorite teams are going to. Hopefully by Sunday we'll have some sort of destination for pretty much everybody. So that's great to hear. And again, this is Breaking Huddle. As always, it's myself, M-A-T-T, and always my big broski, Scott.
What's going on, guys?
Going on, everybody. Hopefully everyone. Scott with the fresh cut today. He's got the fresh out of the barber shop.
That's right.
Got that low taper fade or whatever. my son's mean mugging me right now, looking say, "Dad, don't ever say that again." So I mean, could be worse. I could go 6'7" or something.
All right.
Anyway, so today is football. And he's mean mugging me again.
Dad.
That's what it's like to be his dad, and I love it. Anyway, so we have a lot of football Friday and Saturday. Starting tomorrow, we're gonna get right into and we got it tonight too. We got the Lions Cowboys tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit. So. First up, we got the Sun Belt Championship game. We have James Madison in Troy. I don't know much about this team, or either team, but James Madison is ranked in the CFP poll. They are ranked 25th. And that game's being played at Bridgeforth Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia. So it should be a fun game for everybody, really. So Troy is 8-4, and like I said, James Madison 11-1. They are ranked 25th in the CFP right now. And JMU is 23.5 point favorites on this one.
I mean,
and that's tomorrow night at 7:00 on ESPN.
I mean, you got a ranked guy. 20. What did you say the record was?
11-1.
I mean, they're 25th in the nation. You can't bet. You can't bet against them. I don't think.
There's one team that they lost to was Louisville on the road by 14 points. They only lost by 14 points to Louisville.
I mean, you got to go James Madison. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. I see that there's 8 of you guys out there watching on YouTube. 7. Hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button, man. Help us out.
Yeah, we appreciate every last follow. This is our football show. This is the only sports non-wrestling program that we have so far. We might venture into something else. But anyway, this is our sports show for the week, our football. So we do a lot of professional wrestling. So please, if you enjoy football, American football, and pro wrestling, give us a follow. Tell a friend, and be a friend. Tell a friend. So anyway, if I'm betting, obviously I'm taking the points in James Madison. I think James Madison just destroys Troy, and because they're, like I said, they are in a CFP top 25.
Yeah.
And 11-1 in their one loss game to a team that beat Miami, beat the U. So I mean, come on. So that one was an easy one. Next one up is Conference USA. Again, we don't typically feature these schools, so I don't know a ton. this is a pretty even match. It's a 51.9% against a 48.1%. Kennesaw State playing Jacksonville State. 9-3 Kennesaw against 8-4 Jacksonville. That game is being played in Jacksonville, Alabama. I'm guessing. I think it's safe to assume that the team with the best record host it or something along those lines. But Conference USA champion Jacksonville State, basically the home team against Kennesaw State. 7 p.m. tomorrow night on CBS-SN. Kennesaw State is actually 2.5-point favorites to win this one.
I'm going to go Jacksonville State.
I'm going to go Kennesaw State. Shout out to Braun Breaker. That's where he played his collegiate football on Kennesaw State. He was a linebacker. So next up, we have, in my opinion, one of the best games of the weekend, and that's actually in the American Championship game. You have Tulane and University of North Texas. These two teams love to throw the ball. They love to get down the field. They will test both teams. It's that game is being played at Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, and so it's kind of a home game for Tulsa, or not Tulsa, but Tulane. It's kind of a home game for Tulane. But I think North Texas at 11-1, they are ranked 24th, and Tulane is ranked 20th. North Texas is 11-1, and Tulane's 10-2. And North Texas is 2.5-point favorites. That one.
I'll take those points. I'm going to take North Texas.
Yeah, I love North Texas. They put up a ton of points. Their only loss this year, I believe. Who they lose to? They lost to South Florida. They got their tail kicked in by South Florida. But that was when South Florida was like peaking and just being like they were putting up tons of points. But yeah, I'm going to go North Texas as well. On to the Mountain West Championship game at 8:00 on Fox. This game is being contested in Boise, Idaho, on Boise State's home field. UNLV 10-2 against 8-4 Boise State Broncos, and Boise is 4.5-point favorites. I mean, it'd be. I just don't know. These two teams. I want to say UNLV wins because it's 10-2, but they're going from the desert where it's warm inside to an outside stadium in Idaho at night. I'm going to go Boise State.
10-2 UNLV, Boise State 8-4. I think it'd go Boise State. I think that their run game's too powerful for UNLV.
Yeah, I think Boise State wins.
Yeah. What's up, Kim? What's up, Justin? What's up, Al, Captain, Raficio, Cordy, Cornett? How you guys doing?
So now we're getting into the good. Now we're getting to the big conference games. Now we're getting to the Power Five here. We're at the Big 12 championship. We have BYU led by Bear Bachmeier, the freshman quarterback, having just an insane year under center. They've lost to Texas Tech once before, right? And it was a 29-7 win in Texas, right? So this time around, they're in Texas, but not at Texas Tech Stadium. They're in Arlington. They're at the home of those guys that have a team, I guess, in the NFL called the Cowboys. They play there. They play at that AT&T Stadium. Bunch of losers.
There's a team that plays there?
I mean, they're a bunch of cross-dressers, if I remember right.
I think so. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The BYU Cougars playing Texas Tech. It's essentially a home game for Texas Tech, right? I mean, it's BYU, Bear Bachmeier, 2,593 yards passing, 208 of 322, 14 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. He does a very good job controlling the ball. Against a guy who has relatively the same numbers. 242. This kid is his name is his last name's Morton. 2,428. He is 181 of 267, 20 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Kind of the same ish numbers. Their running backs are pretty much kind of the same. So statistically speaking, they're pretty close to being the same kind of team, right? Yeah. So it to me, I want to see BYU win. I want to see that. Texas Tech is 12.5-point favorites. So, what do you think?
I mean, they kicked the shit out of them in November, 29-7. So, and that's probably sticking in their head. I mean, you're getting it ready for all these games, you know, and that's got to be sticking in your brain because they're kids, right? And Texas Tech, they've been amazing all year. I'm going to go with Texas Tech by that 12 points, easy. This isn't going to be a game.
I mean, I'm going to take Bear Bachmeier. I think he shows out on Saturday. That's going to be an early start. It's a 12:00 game, so that's great for a team like Bear, and the Cougars. So yeah, I'm gonna go out. That's my dark horse to make a run in the playoffs. I think Bear and BYU is going to be really solid. Next up, we got the MAC championship game. Typically, I save that for the last game of the week, but this week I can care less about this game. It's those Red Hawks from Miami of Ohio taking on that team from Kalamazoo that I do not talk about. It's 49% to a 51%. It's a coin flip. I'm praying for a tie in which we will never have. This game is being held in Detroit, so it's essentially a home game for that team from Kalamazoo. So, and we have the point differential is 2.5 in favor of Western.
I know Matt hates this team from Western, from Kalamazoo. Man, I watched the game they played against Central. And Central, to me, was a top-tier MAC school. It is a top-tier MAC school. They beat them. And whether you hate them or like them, they did pretty well. I'm going to say Western's going to take this game. That's going to be your MAC champion. Unfortunately.
I'm going to go Miami of Ohio. That is, you are 100% accurate. Western is a very, very talented group of young men. Very talented. And we are legitimately 6 plays away ish. You know, between 6 and 10 plays for this season being completely different for the Chippewas. I really believe that it comes down to just certain things that didn't fall our way. The dominoes didn't fall where we needed them to be playing in this championship game. So I'm going to go again. I really think that a Western deserves to be here. But I think Miami of Ohio their coaching staff will have them ready to punch them in the mouth.
Yeah.
Next up, this one, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Georgia, Alabama. This is the origin of the Who's That Coming Down the Track from Pat McAfee from 2 years ago. This is, or was that last year? No, it was 2 years ago.
It's 2 years ago.
Georgia's got that 2.5-point favorites.
First,
4 o'clock on ABC. Only game on national TV at that time.
First of all, again, thank you guys for joining. Matt the Duelist, Burgess Zumbly, thank you for joining. Alabama, Georgia. You know, I hear a lot about Alabama. People run Alabama down my throat down in Florida, you know, and you hate them because they're good. It's almost like heels, right? Georgia and Alabama, to me, are like the heels of SEC football or football, period. They're so damn good, you hate them. I use the reference heels because they're the bad guys. They're the guys that get all the good people because, you know what? It's because they got good coaches. It's because they got a good program. It's because that's SEC football. I hate Georgia because Matt sings that stupid song all the time. I hope he doesn't sing it this week. I'm betting. I already made my picks on my Hard Rock bets for this week. Let's go. Roll Tide. I don't even believe I said that, but Roll Tide. This is tough, bro. This is really tough because I'm either singing that stupid song or I'm thinking Roll Tide. I'm going Roll Tide because I really think I've seen a lot of good things out of Alabama, and they're getting better each year apart from the old Alabama football. Roll Tide.
Now, I failed to mention, according to ESPN Analytics, we have Alabama 51% chance at winning. Georgia, they have the dog pound. They're in their home state. They're in the Georgia. That's in the Georgia Dome, I believe.
Yes.
Mercedes-Benz Georgia Dome. Alabama 51%. UGA 48.9. Alabama, their quarterback is a young man by the name of Ty Simpson. 3,056 yards, 25 tutties, 4 picks. Their sacks guy has 6 sacks on the season. That's 4 less than Mike Heldman, by the way. Now, Alabama. Everyone wants to get on this train of they're rolling now. The tide is rolling again, right? They want to be sweet home Alabama, right? They want to hear that. They want to bring back the greatness of that A. They want Nick Saban to be proud, right? That's fine. That's cool and all. And I was almost ready to stand on that track. But who's that coming down the track? It's the Mean Machine in the red and black. Ain't nothing finer in the land than Alabama winning on Saturday. They win by a score.
Wow. There you go.
They win by a score. I can't not think that Bama wins that ball game.
No, you're dumb if you pick Georgia.
They are playing very, very, very good.
They're dangerous. I have a feeling, and I'll say this right now. one of my pick for top 4 Final Four is Alabama.
They are back to being Bama. They are back to being Bama.
They're a bunch of badasses.
Next up, we have the Big Ten championship game that is being played on Saturday in Lucas Oil Stadium in the great state of Indiana.
Yep.
The ESPN analytics have it 49.4% Ohio State and 50.6% to those Hoosiers from Indiana. 12-0 versus 12-0. The two undefeated teams that are left and stuck on it, SEC fans. The Big Ten is where football reigns supreme this year.
Yep. 100%.
Ohio State, that team from Columbus, that beat our Wolverines 1 week ago as a 4-point favorite. 8 o'clock on Fox. Big Ten. One in the nation versus 2 in the nation. This is what it's all about. Ohio State. They've been that team all year. They've been the top dog. They've been the dude, right? They've been beating up on everybody. Ohio State, their signature wins at home by a touchdown to Texas. On the road, Illinois. And on the road at the Big House last weekend. Three signature wins.
What's Indiana's big wins?
Indiana has at home blew out at the time. Number 9, Illinois, 63-10. Went on the road to Eugene. Beat them 30-20. Went on the road into Happy Valley. Beat Penn State. You know who I'm taking. It's the Hoosiers. Indiana all day. They win by at least 1 score.
Jeremy Smith. I can't remember the quarterback's name for Ohio State, but good kid. They played a hell of a game against Michigan. They beat him.
Oh, that's saying.
Saying he's a good quarterback. I mean, he's what's he, a freshman too, right?
Julian Stayen's a sophomore.
Still young. I believe Indiana's quarterback's more seasoned.
Fernando Mendoza is a junior.
They were good last year. I said to myself as the season ended last year, that team's going to be that they flipped from a basketball team to a football team, and I don't know how they did it, but they did it. And Hoosier is what I pick.
Absolutely,
Indiana, Hoosiers all day. I'm going to say this: Ohio, and I'm not saying don't take this wrong, but Michigan's a good football team. Don't take that at all. They're young. That's the only thing that held Michigan, in my opinion, back from beating Ohio State, because Michigan's young. And their play calling sucked. Whatever. Indiana, I watched every game of their guy, pretty much every game. They seem locked in from day one. That's why they're 12-0. That's why they're going to be 13-0. Hoosiers all day. Hoosiers by 2 scores. It's going to be a bad night for Ohio State.
Now, this is the next game. It's the last game of the night. Well, it'll be going on the same time the IU OSU game's going on. We have Duke 7-5. They, in my opinion, should not be in this championship game. There's several others that are the same record as Duke that are ranked in the top 25 that should be playing there, like the Hurricanes from Miami, Georgia Tech, both SMU even deserves this spot instead of Duke against Virginia. And what sucks is Duke, if they win, could potentially keep the ACC from being in the playoffs or the tournament, right, which sucks because the ACC should have an automatic representation. They should be in there.
Right.
Virginia beat them earlier this year. Virginia beat them 2 weeks ago, 34-17. Yeah. In Durham, on Duke's home field. Yeah. Currently, the line is Virginia by 4. The ESPN analytics have 56.3% in favor of Virginia and 43.7% in favor of Duke. This game is being played in Charlotte, North Carolina, where the Carolina Panthers play. Now, looking at their statistics, Duke's passing game against Virginia's passing game. Duke throws the ball a lot more and throws it better than Virginia. Virginia doesn't. They have 1,000-yard, basically a 1,000-yard rusher is 997 yards. Duke has an 800-yard rusher. They're two very similar teams, but at the same time, Virginia is 10-2, has a firm grasp on what's going on, and they want into the playoffs. I think you take Virginia by 2 scores.
Yeah, easy. There's no. I mean, like you said, Duke shouldn't even be in there. I mean, I did not know that stat. But how do you put a ranked team, 2 ranked teams that you mentioned, Miami of the Hurricanes, that was one of them, in place of a team that's not ranked? And no, they're not going to. No, is it Virginia Tech? You said
it's straight Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia all day over Duke. Yeah, easy.
So we will see next. We'll be talking about the bowl games and the college football playoff next week on next week's show. It might actually be our last football show of the year because it's getting into the holidays. But is there anything that you want to talk about before we transition over to the NFL? Anything that special shout out. I forgot. 2 of my boys from CMU, 2 guys that I became really good friends with, and they really love Andrew and just have been nothing but amazing people all year long. Shout out to Michael Heldman and Jordan Kwiatkowski, a.k.a. JK. They have been named All-MAC first team. They've been given that honor this year for the season. They had tremendous years. Kwiatkowski is a linebacker, and Mike is a defensive end / edge rusher. Shout out to them. They deserve every last little bit of this, the honor that they've been given.
Are they the 2 that gave that birthday celebration after they got the sack?
Well, yeah, Mike did.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike's my guy. Mike's been there through this last week and a half, making sure like he checks on me every day, and he's just a quality human being.
Awesome.
And he's a hell of a football player.
Yeah.
He's number 7, I think. I think he's tied for 7th place the national charts for sacks on the year. He has 10.5 sacks.
Nice. No, I just say thank you for everybody for their support and patience. That's all I gotta say.
So tonight, we talk about the Lions last, but tonight we have Thursday night football. It's 8:15 on Prime Video. The Dallas Cowboys, that team from Dallas, who is very sneaky scary, not gonna lie. They're playing very good right now. They're 6-5-1. Coming into Detroit, and we're reeling right now. We're struggling. We have all sorts of injuries to play us on a Thursday night. Detroit's 3.5-point favorites.
Is St. Brown back?
He is questionable tonight.
Okay. Justin Bundy. Listen real close. You don't call me, you don't text me and challenge me to a football bet. My Lions are really, you don't talk to me about my Lions all year long when they're winning, but yet you want to talk to me when they play your Cowboys and you guys are reeling and we're not. Bet is on. Justin, get ready to tell the nation that you're a Lions fan, because Dan Campbell will have these boys ready, because this is a must-win for Detroit. Dallas don't have to win this game. They're not going to have the heart to win this game. Detroit's going to win this game. They got the heart, the frustration. They're pissed off. The refs hate them. Everybody against Detroit. I don't care what you think. The refs do not like us. If you guys win, it's because of a poor, shitty call. Detroit all day. Detroit by 10.
We play very well on these primetime games. If you look back at the season, we see, I'm looking here. We beat the Buccaneers on Monday night. There was another. Oh, I mean, the Chiefs. The Chiefs on the road. That was their other primetime game on the Sunday Night Football. And we lost to them 17-30, and then the Eagles 19-6 or 16-9, rather. I'm sorry. Here's where it, and I mentioned that they're scary. That Dallas team is scary, right? They're coming off back-to-back wins against Kansas City and Philly. They beat the last two teams. I'm pretty sure this is the only team that's ever beat the defending Super Bowl champions on back, or not. That's what they're scary. They're good. There's no question that they're a good football team. Dak Prescott is playing very good. That being said, I don't think that they can handle coming into Detroit on a Thursday night.
I mean, if it was played in Dallas, I'd probably say, we're going to be in trouble.
I think us being on our home field is going to help us. As long as we don't wear those black uniforms, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, give me Detroit. We win by at least a score. Next up, we have the 1:00 starts. We have the Dolphins and the Jets, the two bottom feeders in the whole NFL. This is a 1:00 on a Sunday. We have the 5-7 Dolphins, who are gonna, I guess, just limp into the clubhouse and hopefully get a mid-tier draft pick with what they're doing against the 3-9 Jets, who are trying to get into that top 5 draft picks. Miami 2.5-point favorites on the road. You're going fins up. That's fine. I mean, I don't like Tua, so give me the Jets. I just don't like Tua. He's the walking concussion. He's a walking concussion. Why would I?
He's a hot Tua.
Hawk Tua. Spit on that thing. Next up, we have the 6-6 Steelers traveling to the 6-6 Ravens. Wow. Who would have thought coming into December that we have this game to pretty much decide who wins the AFC North. Both teams are 500. Both teams are dealing with injuries. This is classic freaking black and blue AFC North football. Yeah. Baltimore is at home with a 5.5 point favorite.
Home field advantage, man. And the Ravens, yeah. Yo, Kevin, I got you back. Baltimore all day.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't play. If Aaron Rodgers don't play this game, the Steelers are cooked. So yeah, I think Baltimore, they should win handedly. They should have no problem beating Pittsburgh. Yep. Next up, we have a rivalry game. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 7-5, trying so desperately to win that division, trying to take it away from Carolina right now. Because I think they're like Carolina and them are pretty much like just battling for that spot. They take on the Saints in a rivalry game at home. Tampa Bay is 8-5. Hopefully Baker Mayfield is okay. I think he had an arm injury 2 weeks ago.
I think so, yeah.
That game's at 1:00 on CBS. Tampa is 8.5 point favorites.
You know, I love myself with Baker Mayfield, so Tampa Bay all day.
I mean, Tampa, they're playing very well. New Orleans is trying to get into that lottery for the number 1 overall pick. Yeah. Maybe they'll get themselves an Arch Manning. Maybe they'll get another Manning. They're going to get Archie 2.0, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Next up, we have AFC South Division rivals. Coming into this week, they're both 8-4. They're trying to win. The AFC South has come down to these two teams. The Colts traveling to Jacksonville. The Colts are 1.5 point favorites, and both teams are playing very good football.
My Colts were supposed to take out who they play last week.
The Colts.
Yeah.
The Texans.
My Colts were supposed to take the Texans out last week so I could win some money, and they didn't. So it pissed me off. I live in the state of Florida, so I love Jacksonville. I've always loved Jacksonville. For the longest time, I've been a Colt fan. This is hard for me, but I think because they're in Jacksonville Jags win.
Now, I've never truly been a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. The Khan family, the guys that own AEW, also own the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's not why I'm not picking them. I love a lot of these kids that are playing for the Colts right now. They have a lot of really young, good talent. Jonathan Taylor's a tremendous running back. Daniel Jones has a redemption story, leaving the Giants to come to Indianapolis. Everyone wrote him off, and he's killing it. A guy that played for CMU 3 years ago, Bernard Raymond. The guy is an absolute beast on the O-line. Kwity Paye, a U of M graduate, plays D-line over there in Indianapolis. I really enjoy this very good young football team out of the Colts, and I'm going to go with my boy Pat McAfee's old team, and say Indianapolis. Next up, we have another 1 o'clock game. We have a lot of 1 o'clocks here. Titans travel to Cleveland to play in the Who Gives a Shit Bowl. Cleveland's 4.5-point favorites. Myles Garrett playing tremendous football right now. I think Cam Ward might want to reconsider playing in this game. I think he's going to get dog walked.
Yeah, Cleveland all day.
Cleveland wins. Easy. Next up, we have the Vikings hosting the Commanders. They're both out of playoff contention, really. Minnesota sitting at 4-8, hosting the 3-9 Commanders. Both playoff teams from last year, by the way. That's insane to me. Minnesota 1.5-point favorites.
No, Washington.
Yeah, I think J.J. McCarthy might end up being a situation where he shows how much of a bust he is. And it sucks saying that because he's from Michigan. I just don't think his game, I don't think he's big enough for the NFL. His size and his body just doesn't translate. And that just sucks.
Nope. One of those things. That's one of those things where you got a good quarterback in college, but you come to the big boys and you're just not. You're not. And I love JJ, but he as a flop. It was a flop.
Next up, we have a very good Seattle Seahawks team traveling east to take on the Falcons. Seattle 7-point favorite on the road. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba is just insane. Kenneth Walker III playing great. Sam Darnold continuing to show everyone that what he really is, and then as a very good quarterback. And that defense is insane too. I'm gonna go Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks all day.
This last game of the 1 o'clock hour is a 4-8 Bengals, who is, I think they're 2-0 since Joe Burrow came back.
Yeah.
Traveling to upstate New York to take on those Buffalo Bills from that area in Orchard Park. It is 4-8 versus 8-4. Buffalo is 5.5-point favorites, and they are reeling right now. It's tough to get on that Buffalo wagon now.
I'm going Bengals all day. Especially how good Burrows is playing since he's been back.
Joe played very well the last 2 weeks. Played very well. I'm going to go Cincinnati as well, and I think Cody, they're going to make a run, but they're not. Obviously, they're not going to win the division or anything. But they're gonna really shake up the league here in the last few weeks, and they have something. They have something to prove. Yep. They want to show people how good they are.
Possible playoff, or is that too far?
I think they've been. I think they've been eliminated. I don't know if they've been eliminated completely from the playoffs or not. But next, the first 4:05 game, we have the Broncos traveling to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Denver's 7.5-point favorites. The Raiders need a new everything. That offensive line sucks. They've just fired their head coach, the offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly. They're just not a good football team right now, and it all stems again. I will shout this from the mountaintops. It is that offensive line. That offensive line is young, inexperienced, and they are not good. They're giving up. Hold on, I want to bring this up. The stats for Geno Smith. How many? He has been sacked, and remember, this is through 12 games. Through 12 games, he has been sacked 47 times. Through 12 games.
He might not play tonight or on Sunday. He's questionable with a foot injury.
Well, yeah, he's got a foot injury because he has an offensive line that sucks a big boner. Horrible. I'm taking the Broncos by at least 2 scores.
Yeah, Broncos they'll annihilate this team. Broncos.
Next up, we have the 425. There's a 425 game. It is 9-3 Chicago Bears traveling to Green Bay to take on the 8-3-1 Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is a 6.5 point favorites to win this ball game, and yeah.
Looking at, I mean, no, it's easy. Chicago Bears. They're gonna prove that they're gonna win the conference or the division. Chicago Bears will beat the Green Bay Packers by 14.
I just hope for the Green Bay Packers that Matt LaFleur can open up the playbook and actually pick something other than off tackle left or off tackle right or trap to the middle. Because that's all they do. That's all they do. Both teams play in the cold and snow. Both teams know how to play that. They've been there. Ben Johnson is one bad dude. I wish he would have been able to keep him as the OC, but I understand why he went the route that he went. I'm gonna go Bears too. I hate saying it because I'm not a Caleb Williams guy. I don't like the dude. I just don't. But I hate Jordan Love even more. So yeah, give me the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
The last 4:30 game or 4:25 game of the week is the Rams traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. The Rams are playing very good football as well. Matt Stafford just killing it out in LA again. Yeah. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams got lots of weapons, and that defense is playing very good as well. LA's got the 8.5 point favorites. I'm going to go Rams.
Rams. Yep. Pick the Rams.
The Sunday night game, we have the Houston Texans fresh off that win, and they are hungry. They are hungry to go on the road and potentially put the dagger in everyone's least favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Everyone wants to see this game. And everyone wants to see the Chiefs take the dive and just go home for the winner. They're not mathematically eliminated if they lose, but it's looking pretty bleak. They need, like Patrick Mahomes said last week after their last loss, hey, we need to win. We need to win out to make a run, and it starts now. Kansas City's 3.5 point favorites over the Houston Texans.
You knew that was coming.
Well, I'm really, really thinking. I've been saying this to the guys that I in the TikTok group chats and stuff. Kansas City plays best when their back is against the wall.
They do.
And I said this the last 2 years, right? I said the great teams find ways to win and get themselves into that position. I compared this season of the Kansas City Chiefs to the 1995 Chicago Bulls. The Houston Rockets won the championship in 94 and 95, yes. Because 96, 97, and 98 were all Chicago. Okay. Now, I compared this this year's this Kansas City team, the 95 Bulls. The 95 Bulls, Jordan came back, was wearing 45, wasn't playing the greatest football or basketball. Mahomes, he's not playing like Patrick Mahomes. He's playing like a veteran, but he's just not getting it, right? So now here's Patrick Mahomes trying to be like Jordan, trying to will his team to the playoffs and hopefully make a run. Now, if that's the case, if that's the narrative, if that's what we're looking at, the Kansas City Chiefs will get to the AFC Championship and lose probably to a team like Denver or something like that. That's how I'm viewing this year's Kansas City team. They're just like the Bulls in 95. Fresh off, we got a guy, we got Michael back. Let's go. Let's make that push, make the playoffs. I say they win. They'll squeak out the last like 4 or 5 games and get into the playoffs. I'm taking the Chiefs. Okay. On the Monday night game, we have 2 very good teams. This could potentially be a Super Bowl matchup. We have the Philadelphia Eagles on the road going to Los Angeles to take on Jim Harbaugh and the LA Chargers. Philly is 2.5-point favorites in this game. This is the Monday night game. What do you got?
I'm just looking at it. Herbert is hurt. His hand.
Left hand.
Left hand.
Non-throwing hand.
Non-throwing hand.
Yep.
If I'm comparing, I got to go to Jim. I got to go to Jim Harbaugh's team, the Chargers. He finds ways to win. Big games.
I don't know if the Chargers have enough to combat the tush push.
That's true.
Because until they outlaw that, that's going to end up
Hey, Paul, how you doing, Paul? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Paul, for that. Love you guys.
Much appreciated, sir. I'm going to go Philly. I'm going to pick Philly, but I want to see the Bolts win. I mean, that's what it is at this point. So, yeah. There we go. That's your NFL picks. That's your next week. We will be returning for I think our last football show of 2025. And we'll be talking bowl games. We won't be picking bowl games. We'll just be talking quickly about them, see what matchups we like, and then we'll be talking about the football playoffs and see what we like and don't like, right. And then the NFL will be like a speed run next week as well. I'm gonna quickly run down Paul. Thanks, Paul, Kim, the gentleman from India. Matt the Duelist, Cody Cornett, everyone who has shown up today in support of what we're doing here. I appreciate you all. It's good to be back on camera. Scott did a show earlier this week. I did my throwback show on Blood Feud Radio. Scott's got something tonight.
Jimmy Genetti, TWA, ECW, Jimmy Genetti. 8:30 p.m. Central.
Should be a fun one there if you like your if you like pro wrestling. We had
No, we did not, Paul. That'd be epic to get from you. I will send you my address, and Matt can send you his address.
Well, I don't have them on Facebook, so.
All right, send me your address, Matt, and I'll send it to Paul. Bob, we'd love it. Love to get a Topps baseball card from Grant. That'd be good. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I would love to get I mean, shoot. Hey, listen, and he was a guest. He was a guest last year, and I'm gonna say this because I have been talking back and forth with Grant. Where's my autograph, kid? He was supposed to get us an autograph. Come on now.
Baseball, actually, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to. Let's rewind the tape there. But
no, Paul, really, I'll get you I'll get you Matt's address and my address and give it to you on Messenger here. Give me about this evening. I'll send it to you this evening, okay?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I love that. It's actually funny story. I was gonna buy a copy of MLB The Show 25 that just came out, or not just came out, but it came out earlier this year. I was gonna buy a copy of that. It's on Xbox for $10, and I was really considering because I had The Show 21, and I was really considering grabbing it and quite honestly is because of Grant, because I saw his name on one of the active rosters, so I was like, all right, bet we'll turn him into the next Cy Young Award winner. Yes, it's super cool. It's super cool. So again, thank you. Here I'll send you my. Anyway, guys, I appreciate everyone who has shown up and shown support to us in the last few weeks. It's been a ride for sure. Yeah, it's definitely been a ride. And again, guys, we'll be back next week, same time. And then look for Blood Feud Radio next Tuesday. We're going to be giving Reese and I will be giving our top 10 Cena matches of all time. And then look forward to that's the 8th, or that's the 9th. Look forward to Monday the 22nd. I'm gonna fast forward and let the cat out of the bag. December 22nd. I have to nail down the exact time. Is it 2:30 on that day too?
23rd is because remember Edie has her.
Yeah, it's 23rd. It is a Tuesday. It's the 23rd. And on the Tuesday the 23rd, we're gonna have our end of the year, the 2025 Huge Pop Awards. We're gonna give out what we think is the best of each category that I put together. Again, guys, I appreciate everyone who showed out today.
If you guys like indie wrestling, check out our show Monday and Wednesday night. We have some indie wrestling, some old school stuff. There's a list. I have my guys that I'm working with. They got lists of names that they got bringing on. I don't know that. It's been a whirlwind. My wife had spinal surgery 2 weeks ago. My dad passed away about a week and a half ago. So bear with me. There are shows coming on my side. Those are Monday and Wednesday nights.